All right, so now that you have a basic understanding of what Bitcoin is, how long it's been around, the blockchain that it's built off of, and kind of the general idea of Bitcoin, let's dive in a little more to the numbers. So the current market cap size, as I said, 114 billion. That means there is almost $115 billion in the marketplace of Bitcoin. And just to show you how much that is, one of the largest investment firms in the world, Goldman Sachs, it has a market cap of just over 100 billion. So Bitcoin is actually more than that right now. It's larger than PayPal, it's larger than many other companies as well. It's currently at about 1/8 the size of the largest company in the world, which is Apple. So it's quickly gaining traction, and my prediction is it'll pass Apple in just a few years. Over here we have the volume. This is just the amount of money that has been circulated in the last 24 hours. Now the max supply of Bitcoin is 21 million. And the current circulating supply is 16 million. So 21 million is the most amount of Bitcoins that can ever be created. And over time, we will eventually get to 21 million. You can think of this as like the gold supply in the world. There can only ever be a certain amount of gold in the world because that's just how much exists on the planet Earth. So the major difference between, let's say, the US dollar and Bitcoin is over time, the US dollar becomes less valuable and Bitcoin over time becomes more valuable. And that's because there is no limit with the US dollar. Over time, they just print more money. And with Bitcoin, though, you can only ever have 21 million. When 21 million Bitcoins have been mined or created, then you'll find each Bitcoin will be worth a tremendous amount of money. Some people are saying $50,000, some people are saying 100,000, some people are saying $1 million per Bitcoin. Now, it's important to understand that you can own far less than just one Bitcoin. And there are obviously far more people in the world than 21 million. You know, in the United States, there's over 300 million alone. So it's impossible for even everyone in the States to have one Bitcoin. That's one thing to understand. You can own less than one. In fact, you can own several decimals less than one Bitcoin. And again, as the price goes up, each decimal value will, of course, be worth more. So currently 1.0 is worth 6,800, but it could be 0.1 is worth 6,800 in a few years. And an example of that is if we go back to here and we type in 0. Let's just say 0.000346 BTC to USD, that will give us a price of $2.43. So if we want to make it even less, let's take out the 3 with a 0. And now you'll see it's worth 38 cents. And we can go a little further. Make that a 0. And that is worth 4 cents. And if you wanted, we could even go, add another 0 there. And that amount of Bitcoin is not even worth 1 cent. So if you wanted, you could own 0.000006 of a Bitcoin, or even less.